Hello! Okay, so we are back with yet another What if Civilization reset episode. So now let's just get straight to it. Oh, this episode probably isn't gonna be specifically about something unless it is. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It depends on what I think of as this episode goes on. So, yeah. Alright. First off, we are going to start with the newly rebelled country, which was this little country that rebelled from this little guy. And it is actually going to continue to expand. It's going to expand. And expand. Not expand like too much. This French country will also begin to expand. It'll actually span to where Benelux, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, I guess, would be. The Scandinavian country will also expand. Will also continue to expand more into what would be modern day Finland and stuff like that. That was my dad. Anyways, this little country, which has a rivalry with that country, will begin to expand a little bit more into what would be Ukraine. And also expand into, what is it? Middle Asia? Or whatever. Yeah. I forgot what it was called, dang. Whatever, like Kazakhstan and all that. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways. The dark green team will start having conflicts with the red and dark blue team. And a war will actually break out. And I wonder who would decide to join. So, here we go. The dark blue team will begin to make the first push into the small area of the dark green team. And then the red team will take this small little southern portion. And a little bit of that. The light red team will actually help the dark green team, and so will the light blue team, and will actually start to push into the red team. So I guess you can see where this is going. The United Magenta Brothers will actually be joining the red team as well, and start attacking the blue team themselves. They're actually pretty strong. And they will get very close to their capital. And the blue team is like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do this. So they kind of back out, and a treaty is kind of served up. And they take not that much. They even have to move their capital once more. Their capital will actually go about right here, which is one of their major cities. Eventually, this other team will now join in. And get into their Turkish areas. And their areas right through here. The light red team, the red team will actually severely push back the light red team into very much oblivion and close in on their capital. The red team will also begin to to take even more, but with much resistance. The dark blue team will also continue attacking.
Hey, honey.
Alright guys, I'm back. God, that's why is my door so creaky? Anyway, the dark blue team will push and the rest of your team will push, and this team right here, which broke away from the dark blue team, will actually attack both the red team again and the dark blue team, but then they immediately get pushed back, and they also immediately surrender and they get split again. This little Indian country, I guess if you could call it that, will take the rest of them. So we basically have an all-out brawl in Mesopotamia right now. This team will continue to take their Turkish claims and even their Cyprus, and then the peace treaty happens, well, between the green team. The red team will take their capital, and all of this. The blue team will split with these other dudes, half and half, and the dark green team, or country, whatever. I don't really have names for them yet. Are now only subject to, well, Greece. And they actually put their capital where modern day Athens would be. Anyway. Eventually, this team does eventually join in as they are weakened. Or these guys right there. Those guys are weakened. And they push into the Caucasus mountain range. And these dudes are like, you know what? You can have the Caucasus range areas. And so the peace treaty is made. They even give up their capital. But, I mean, their capital wasn't a large city, like, at all. They actually put their new large city over here. In Istanbul, because that was growing. Or what would be Istanbul. So they are actually able to take all of this. And they are very, very happy. So that means this country is going to be like a Turkish kind of country with Turkish, like, cultures. I guess not Turkish cultures, but they are in Turkey. They are. And this war is still not over, as the red team must continue pushing into the light red team. And they even captured their capital. Now, the light red team is like, you know what, take our old mainland. And so, the red team does, and they take up to here, as that was pretty much their mainland. Yep. And now, their capital will be moved over here to Tunisia. And that's the end of that conflict. So yeah. The red team will actually now give up their claims in Africa as they have no more use for them. So they give it to one of their allies. And there we go. Now the red team is very, very dominant as of right now. And we see the full collapse of the blue team. The blue team has been struggling a lot recently, actually, and their economy has been going low, especially ever since then, and the war kind of got them a little bit. So they're like, red team, take some of me, including my capital, just please. So this is how the collapse of the blue team will look like. So first we'll start off with this little country, which will actually reach a little bit more there, because they're like, yeah, I need to expand a little more. And a refined treaty with these guys will actually happen, because they said, man, I don't really need those anymore. So they take back that, and this team right here, take this and some of that. The red team will basically pretty much take all of their mainland, which would be about that. A bunch of uprisings actually happen near here, so we are going to have, I guess, like, yeah, purple country appear. Gotta do a little something. We'll do this. And this purple team, or this purple colored team, will be taking their stuff. And oh, sorry about that. I'm just trying to check out my recording. Yeah, 12 minutes. Okay. Sorry, just checking my recording. And the red team will also be taking the rest of the blue team. Or the blue country, whatever you want to call it. And we'll do this, so. And the last bit of this will be this country taking this claim. We will actually be seeing the chill of Mesopotamia. So Mesopotamia is actually going to be like this for a while, very chill. The red team's like, everything's been so successful, everything's going really good. I think this is going very well. It will actually last for a while. They will be one of the oldest standing countries. And those purple team capital will pretty much be in the middle. So yeah. Next, we will see the continuation of the expansion of the brown team. Because the brown team likes to expand in Africa a lot. And also the red team, they also collapse. So, people are just kind of start taking stuff. The blue team is kind of slow, but they do take a little bit. And then the green team seizes this opportunity to get more land on their hands and do that. And even this country decides, hey, we should grab some more land because we just kind of got pushed completely out of our mainland. This French country will actually be going to war with that country, and they succeed. They succeed very well. They're like they think they don't really need that land, so they just give it to. And I feel like I can make that smoother. More Spain. So they just give that to Spain, basically. And finally, we have the discovery of these islands, which is now owned by the Brown team. Also, the UK country finally decided to conquer the rest of its actual mainland, and even conquered what would be Ireland. They also find a lot more, and a whole lot more. They even decide to make a small landing into mainland Europe, where they'll have a bit of claims. The Orange country also decides to get more claims, but not too much, as they do not want a rebellion, because they really like their land. A lot of the countries are very large. I just noticed that. And yeah. Honestly, I don't know what to do next. Oh, wait, I have a great idea. Gone. What happened to them? No one knows. Literally no one knows. They just kind of disappeared. This is the perfect time for the green team to finally start their empire. And they do as such. A lot of new countries are about to appear, by the way. I'm just gonna say that. Look, these guys just apparently want to get as long as possible. They like being long. Alright, there we go. Okay. Wow. Alright. We are going to be seeing some new countries now. I wonder if you guys would possibly get any flashbacks. Like, what the heck is happening here? I've never seen this pattern of colors in a certain area, or different countries in a certain area. Yeah, I'm just finding a bunch of colors. So yeah, we have the formation of a lot of countries. Whoa, I wonder where I've seen these kind of borders before. Yeah, I know, some pretty wacky borders, but those will get fixed up soon enough. Just trust me. Just trust me here. Now I will give them all capitals. give them their capital. So right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of countries. They will actually go ahead and start having a brawl. Because they all hate each other. And they all come from basically the same people. This is basically just the Balkans right here. So, Balkans? No. This Balkans won't be like the Balkans here, but the Balkans will be like here. I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up. So yeah, all that brawl, just starts. Yeah, one country's already gone. Yeah, remember when I said the borders are going to be fixed up real soon? I meant really soon. Even the orange guys start getting involved, but mainly with just this dude. Also, well, no. Yeah. So, they take their capital. Then they take their capital. Take the rest of this. And stuff. And yeah. So, this is how it turns out afterwards. Hold on. I gotta fix these borders. Again. There we go. Okay. That looks a little better. I did the wrong thing. How dare I? Yeah, so we see something like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Guess that's all. Bye.